fun little cartoony character. And the more you
Mhm.
look at it, the more you can really see the definition in it. I mean, you can
Yeah.
see
But
the irises and the eyes, and I just wanted to give people a second to see if they see it. It's a little cheerful elf-looking face.
a little half moon smile kind of down there,
Yeah,
and
yeah, you can
fingers
see
at the
the mouth.
bottom, like he's
Like you,
waving.
yeah,
That's
like the fingers right there. I could totally see that. I could see an eye here, and you can make out the eye. You can make out the iris. You can make out even the eyelid. It's amazing. It's
wow. I think you see more than I saw because I didn't get it that
and
big.
then a big round nose, like a big, uh,
Yeah, that
like,
was odd.
and it's sticking out like a little cartoon character, and the smile and the fingers. So I don't know if just look at it for a second on full screen, viewers, because this is amazing. When you sort of look at it, you're like, oh my gosh, I can totally see it. When you zoom in on it, I mean, from far away, it
Mhm.
just looks like a little orb,
Mhm.
but you can actually see a face in it. And it makes me want to go and look at some of the other orb pictures I've seen and zoom in on them
Mhm.
and see what you can see in them because this is
Mhm.
amazing.
It is, and where the dark is on the right side of it is just like negative space, and I think
Right.
that even shows his face more in the ear. Um,
Oh yeah. Oh wow. I didn't
yeah,
even notice the ear. That's cool.
they say that the elemental beings like for people to take care of nature and all. Well, I took in a pregnant female cat that somebody threw out in our yard. They like our neighborhood. They must think that, oh well, those people can take care of this cat. So she was adopted by me. She pretty much jumped out of the tree onto me, and I took her in, had her spayed as soon as she had her kittens, and now I've had all them fixed and I'm taking care of them. They're all a happy family, but they apparently see these things, and then I'm the kind that when I would go walk my dog, I would bring home a plant that was thrown out, and now I've got
Hmm.
two beautiful daisies that they're they're perennials. They come back every year, and I water them, take care of them. But that's, I think, one of Brad Johnson's videos, or somebody said that, and it stuck in my brain, like taking care of the you know nature and critters and whatever that they like that. So that's all I can. But it was so impressive to see a face because I pulled up online orbs with faces and I couldn't see a face in any of them. But I definitely could see them in this one.
And it's a cheerful, happy little elf too. That's cool.
Yeah, I was glad of that because if it was some mean looking thing, I
Yeah.
might not have gone back out right.
Okay, so you
But
lost a dog that you think might be in these other images. Let me.
yeah, the one that's the big light that has the violet around it, I did have a well known seer from she's also a QHHT person, but she works a lot with Archangel Michael, and she did verify that that was his protective light. Whether it's a sword or a shield, I don't know.
Are you talking
Um,
about which image is that?
that's in the same picture with the orb.
Oh, that's the one in the fore. That's what the light is in the foreground.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
That
okay.
wasn't my finger. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought maybe it was your arm or something real close,
No,
but
I
it.
thought that too, and I mean I have taken a picture on purpose of my finger. I can't do it when I'm holding my phone. It can't, you'd have to purposely put your finger in the way because you've got the little camera at the top, and I have to hold it at the bottom. This is just how I hold my phone,
Right.
and but no, that's not the colors that would come up. My fingers are more like you have like a bright light that's just white with a little trim of maybe a chartreuse green or yellow and then a little peach around that. So the next image where that spirit of some sort, I just caught that about 5 days ago. I was
That's
I
the
don't
one with
do
the
this.
bricks in the background on the sidewalk.
Yeah. Mhm.
And you were thinking this might be your pet that passed away, your dog, right?
Yes, I had a 12-year-old German Shepherd that had to be put down in June, and I just like the same voice that told me to take the picture, that there would be something next to me in that other picture, that same thought came into my head that maybe it was Allie, which was, my dog. And the
Oh,
reason I kind of think that is because in the second picture, it looks like there's little hairs on
Yeah,
it.
it does. Yeah, and the first one
And
looks like he's running around. I mean, was he the kind of dog that would run around at your feet or excited
well,
and
she
stuff?
was when she was younger, but she got older, and then she developed the cancer, and I just didn't want her to be, where she was miserable. So as soon as she wasn't able to go on walks, and she started falling, and she was having some functions that were not right. So I knew it was time, and that was hard. But I refused to go into depression because I just know that's going to feed loose to the powers that be, and I won't do it. So
Right.
I
Plus, you
love
know
her.
that, I mean, if this is her, she's running around in her healthy self. So of course it would be the younger version of her. You know what I mean? And it does look like a happy little light running around. And you know what? I had
Yeah.
a friend. I have a friend. She's got her own channel, Becky Lewis, and she does a lot of orb videos and stuff. But she was talking about she had lost. I think it was a cat, and she would feel it rub up against her leg and look down, and
Wow.
nothing was there, and it was. I just thought that was amazing. I told her, I said, I don't have any animals, so if I feel something rub up against my leg, it's going to freak me out a little bit. But this other one, I see the little hairs you're talking about here and the light. Now, was this outside where the brick was? It was just more up in the
Yeah.
camera?
I just kind of kept stepping back a couple feet, thinking, okay, I got to try to get this whole thing in my, and most people probably throw the camera up in the air and run back in the house.
Right.
And I was kind of like, I'm so intrigued, and I didn't feel like there was anything to be afraid of. And, I guess it takes a lot to make me scared, but I just kept trying to get the whole thing in, but it seemed like every time I moved, it was right next to me. And I thought, well, if that was her, she would be right next to me because that's the way she was. I could leave the gate open and that dog would not leave this yard. She just will not leave me. So
Right.
that, it could have been her, it could have been a cat that I had that when I went through the dark night of the soul, she got really sick, and she was old too, and she had to be put down. So, but I also want to mention, I have a video of a white orb in my bedroom when I was trying to see if maybe I could connect with the cat. And it would come from across the room, kind of slowly just float
Mm-hmm.
right to me, and then it went